Beginning of the remodel. This is ugly. This stuff was like this when this bought this place. The only thing that has been changed is the toilet. Other than that, it's all original. I already started working. Had a valve break. We got to replace both of them. Everything's going to be new. I'm also going to use the flex line. These are solid brass, which old school. Going to replace in the vanity, mirrors, cabinet, tile floor. This is lovely, huh? This is that sticker floor. Some little flower design, I guess, to match that paper. So here's the shower, standard bathtub, 60-inch. I'm putting a wide tub in and this taller. We'll be taking out all this tile, retiling it, gonna go all the way up. Be changing all this out, the shower head out. This old school door, all that's gonna be changed out. Small bathroom, but it's going to be a big upgrade. Maybe in the future this goes to the master room. What I might end up doing is making this go into a walk-in shower. The master room has a sink and all that as well, so I already have a drain water on the other side of this wall. So what I might do is it has a walk-in closet next to that, so I might square it off, use this door as an access into a walk-in shower. Pretty sure I'm going to do that. That'll be the next add-on. I'm not really a bathtub guy, but I'm going to put one in here. Fire can use it. Walls are terrible. Looks like maybe mold, or it's hard to say up there. Yeah. It's old, original. I'll rip out all that. So let me get started. Finish ripping this out. Getting close. We got it detached here. Pretty sure it's glued in. Yeah, it's pretty solid. So we'll look for more screws underneath. And on this one, I have to. It's old school. I'll put a light on here. So what they did is when they built this house, the copper lines were just coming up with no valves on them at the time. They put this vanity in and then they put the valves on. So what I'm gonna do is take a saw, cut it back so I can slide this out without messing with those right now. So quick and easy. Let me get to working and we'll come back. Making some progress. That out. Vanity tub. Here you finish up this trimming. You got the sliding door out. You got those off. That I'm going to be tiling probably all the way up. So next step, actually, I'm going to be ripping off this tile. I got in here. Start ripping this off. Probably going to cut drywall. Try to take it out in big chunks. Then finish up getting this trimming off. Gonna be running tile in here, so quick update of all the bars pulled off. I'm gonna patch walls, clean the walls up, paint the walls, all that. So about 15 years of neglect, and this bathroom has been sitting, not being used. So good time to take it all apart, remodel it. It was there, so continue on. It's coming along nicely. This tub's gonna be It's hard to say, but it looks like it might be a little bit pain to get out. It's a metal tub. It's not fiberglass. And it's butting up against this wall right here. That is awesome to see. The crossboards all along the lip. I don't see that often. Looks like the gaps on this side. There's this side, so hopefully I can slide this back. If I have enough room to lift it up, but I'll find out here soon. That's what I'm working on. Probably have to cut this out right here. Just gotta, for now, I gotta remove this. Oh, the battle's over with. Got the tub out. Sucked. Had to cut the door jamb right here. Didn't have to cut it as high, but I did because of the way it was shimmed. It was almost flush here, but shimmed down there. So when I put it back together, and then I'll run some filler and sand restain. It all needs to be done anyway. I mean, it's, see the difference there? This is supposed to look like that. That's just from being in a hostile environment, aka bathroom, shower. Had to also notch that out. This tub had to slide straight out. There was no angle in it, none of that. So it'll be interesting. I may have to actually cut that higher. We'll see. I'll be measuring here soon. Because the new tub, I believe, is a couple inches higher. So yeah, buddy, I'm gonna be taking all this apart. So we'll be adding in probably some reset shelves. Yeah, look at that. All that loose stuff, that's from the attic. Spray in, obviously. There's, I'm gonna try to look up in there, but I don't know what that is. Dirt, maybe. I don't think that's mold. Just because there was no, I mean, there's absolutely no signs of it anywhere down there. So I think that's just dirt, dust. There's a massive vacuum of air right there. So I mean, I'm getting blown a vacuum. So this one is original. So we're gonna be having some fun with this, because I know this has to be raised. There's a height difference between the old tub, new tub. This one is not plastic. So looks like it's all brass. So I'm gonna try to keep it. Obviously that brass is gonna last, but I do need to see. I might have to get another piece though, unfortunately, to extend this higher. So yeah, quite interesting. It's crazy. At least that battle's over with. Metal pan underneath, that's interesting. Thick. Nice nails coming right through. That'll feel good on the knees when you forget they're there. So there it is there, ripped out. Nice little cheap foam installation. 2 layers. So I will be cutting this out. I'm probably going to be taking all this out. I have to redo it all. I'm not going to bother because I see signs of mold up there. So I'm just going to rip it all out and start over. And I'll be raising the tile up anyway. Probably up to this corner here. And I might even tile the ceiling, so who knows. But it is there. See if we can get a picture of this bathroom. It's always hard to video these small bathrooms. the manifold in, the valve, all sweated in. Extended this pipe. It used to go right there. Moved it up there. Moved this 3 inches higher. 6 inches total. The tub's 3 inches taller than the old one. I added another 3 inches for the control and the spout. It's coming along. Just got to screw it, drill it, screw it. It's getting close. Got the shelves. Let's see here. One there. Just open this with one hand. Styrofoam. Nice tight finish. There goes there. It's pretty nice. And after I get this screwed on, I'm going to attach the drain, the overflow, and then I can start on the backer board. I already got the waterproofing or water resistant board there. You got to see all the screw holes. That board comes. Set the run on a little strip. Finish cutting these out. And, as you can see, I drew all the 2x4s on here. It takes more time, but nice to see where you need to drill. Next piece is going to go this way, 3 feet wide, which is too far out to cut it. It's going to go 5 feet though. Up to here is going to be 2 pieces. So I'll put the solid piece from here down. So all my partial pieces will be here, here, and then from here to here. We got the backer board all in. Gotta work on the rough a little more, that join. Gotta set all that down, recoat. Only thing I left is this piece here, but what I'm probably gonna do is take this board back off and run a sister board right here. What I don't like is how close to the edge these screws are that are going down here. So I think I'm gonna end up doing that. It sucks. So I already have a sister board right there. I wish I would have went all the way up, because going over 2 that close, it's definitely going to crack it. So, and I'm short on material. I might end up doing that with 2 pieces. I have to do some measurements, because if I can get to the 3 beams and then have another piece right there, I'll be golden. So I'll be working on that. But I switched around right now. I'm looking at doing the floor. It's going to work out pretty good. I'm looking at where most of the weight and water is, which is going to be from the toilet, the vanity this way. So it's going to work out pretty good. It's going to be 2 boards wide, 2 full boards wide. It's going to be a seam in the middle. So I got to cut this one for that, and then the 2 lines, holes for that. Right now I'm about to cut the frame. Basically what I'm using is the backer board on the ground, piece of cardboard simulating the mud thickness, and the tile itself. So I'm going to slice that. You just got to notch it out, because it just has to go about 1 inch up to that carpet. So just going to do a quick little notch, and then I'll start getting these marked. I got to notch that one, get those done, and then I'm going to notch this, that. These other boards I don't have to notch, I can trim them. Actually, I'm not going to notch these 2. I'm going to pull them off real quick. Probably going to replace them with white anyway. It's just like I'll replace the trim here. But then I'll get this marked on here, get it cut out. Then there'll be 1 piece that's going to go across here. So, well, probably be 2 pieces. And what I'll do is I'll make sure I split it like right around here. So I got 1 piece there, 1 piece there, and a half moon. So it'll work out. Towel laid out. It's not installed yet. Numbered, each one. Now, time to pull all out, do the final clean of the floor. Get some of the mud build up. There's some around there. So everything sits flat. Then start the process of getting them to button them to the boards. Got the corners on there, the tub. Let's move along. Gonna be putting this up here soon. Painted. You kind of see it's a gray. See there. See it there though. It's the white gray. We'll be replacing that. 1 more coat, and then we'll put this in and do the outlets and switches. Cardboard's my best friend for all this. Inner shelf. It's all glass, so you kind of score it until it cracks off. So what I'm gonna do now is I got the arches done. Here's the second arch. You can see it's not perfect corners, nothing like that, but grout. And then there's going to be side pieces that'll cover up. So now I'm going to do the bottom section because you got the shelf going across. This is all internal measurements. So I need a 10 by 13 3/4. You can measure it here. I mean, basically, this is like 9 3/4 or 9, yeah, 9 3/4. So I'm gonna have like an eighth and an eighth gap, which is grout. So tile is very forgiving. Be perfect grout line on those two. So instead of trying to figure out 13 3/4 where I need to go, I'm just going to cut a template. It's easier to lay it on a board so you can see, and then you can cut the pieces to square it off. Alright, I got both of them done. Just kind of overlapping each other right here. So it's easy as that. And let's go see how well they fit. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Keep forgetting to record. But the outlet's changed out. Took out that original light. Just gonna touch up paint, cut some of that. See that? Put 3 LED fixtures in. And that was what I was showing outside. Mosaic. Just gonna go on the purple. So all that cuts are, and then the white. This is the side trim. So, yeah, buddy. Alright, finally got the trimming. It's a white with some gray tone marble. This is going to go around the shelf. If you remember, I was doing a template. This is the arch. It's 17 pieces to make this arch. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing them out. I'm tracing them. So I just did the first shelf, which all 17 are done. So now I'm going to start over. All I'm doing is putting this down at the bottom. Or, almost messed up. It goes on like that. So, it goes on like this. White side facing out. And then I also have the marble pencil. Is what it's called. Trim. Which is going to go around the mosaic, which matches this, which had to go through each piece because they all had different kind of tones. Some of them started having orange and brown mixed in them, so I tried to get all gray. So let me get going on this. Worked out well. It's the second shelf arch first. It's gonna come out good. Small gaps. It's nice. Yeah, buddy. So had some fun with some aqua defense. It's a water membrane. So it's sealed, sealed, and sealed. Don't worry about these too much. These are plastic mold material, they're waterproof. But I did go up to the edge, even though on the plastic. But so yeah, that's Waiting for it to dry now. Should turn that dark green. I just did this coat here. This one here is about coat number 4. And I put one coat up on the roof. I don't really need it there, but that's the green board. So I actually put it there. Actually looks like it's gonna work out pretty good. The texture spray I did was different shaped. Look how this one's kind of more flat. This one's not. I could have scraped it down, but with this being like a rubberized coating, it kind of did that for me. Now it's coated it, so it's probably gonna blend a lot better now. So who knows? Got all that trim done. The arches, got all them cut. It's going like this. And you'll see here in a little bit when I get it all done. Probably do that in the next hour or two. Making some progress. Tiles on the wall going. It's not going to be perfect. But, shelves done. I gotta recut the 4 pieces. I have them right there, but I think originally I had a partial of these, but I couldn't find them. I already had the one made, so I threw up the full ones. So now I just have to do a couple cuts. It is what it is. It's just a learning experience. There's all that, all those pieces I cut, all the pieces. Be small grout lines, most of them 1/8 inch, some of them a little smaller, 16ths. There it is there. I'll be continuing on tomorrow. We'll get the corners done. This will be complete. Tile up. That's where the mosaic starts. I'll have to deal with those pieces too. Yeah, and it goes on this side. I got the sluter in. Oh, I was tired. Sluter edge in, down the wall. Some tile in. So we'll be on this side. That's where the tiles are in, just right here on this door. It'll be painted to the right of that. I did paint the roof. So, yeah. That's all I got for now. Could possibly fit more tools. Just about done. left these two out. Said I mount the doors. I need to know where they shut, because I need to make sure this sticks out. See, so I need to make sure I trim this flush so the doors seal up against the wall. So it'll be notched out for the door. So when I get the door installed, then I'll put this last piece. Curb bathtub. It's 18 inches high versus the standard 15 inch. So it gives you more depth, height, and width because of the bow. And this back leads slants better. There it is there. Next thing I'll be doing is the mounts for the glass. Gotta do the caulking all around there and down there and there, all around the tub, inside the tub, one right there, all the way across the bottom.